Ouch.
Wow, boy.
Yeah, double out.
So the Celtics just lost in overtime to the Atlanta Hawks 119 to 115. And I'm not sure I can rank it as the worst loss of the season, but it's a nice contender. It's a nice argument between this loss and the Raptors loss. I think they played better tonight than in the Raptors loss, but they had the game won. Yes. You just don't lose these games. You're up 3. What is it? You're up 3 with, I'm going to find it here. Does anyone have the...
With 20 seconds left in the ball? Something like that?
Yeah,
30 seconds?
Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah. The Tatum also missed the free throw. Forgot about that part.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So you have the ball up 3 with 20 seconds left, and Drew Holiday has the ball underneath the basket. Could take a layup. Instead, opts to try and thread the needle to Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown drops the ball. We didn't really get a replay of what happened on that exact exchange. And the fucking Celtics lose from there somehow. Like, it just shouldn't happen. And a complete brain melting CTE experience from multiple guys. But I think Drew Holiday maybe was the worst, the biggest culprit for the dumbest shit that we saw tonight.
Yeah, man, that was absolutely brutal. He could have just scored and the game is basically over. They have to play the foul game. Even if they're hitting threes, because we would have put us up 5, I think, right? Or at least 4. So they play the foul game. You make your free throws, which we didn't because Tatum missed one.
Yep.
But just honestly, I think I'm coming away from this game pretty encouraged with the defense for the most part.
Defense was good.
The defense was really good, and I think that's far more important than missing a bunch of threes. The Hawks missed a bunch of threes, but I thought we generated a lot more open threes than they did, and we missed a ton of them, and they didn't. Or rather, they did. They missed a ton of theirs as well. But you won the game. The game was won, but for the abject stupidity at the very end.
Plus the foul, I forgot. He fouled up too, for some reason.
Yeah, that too.
Trae Young probably hits that 3. To be fair, I mean, we're gonna, the way the game was trending, it was probably gonna happen that way. But yeah, I'm at a loss for words of just how poor the execution was in the last 20 seconds, because we got the tech as well for Tatum. We got the tech, put us up 3. So then that changed everything. And then, just take the layup, man. You know who was happy that happened? Sam Hauser. Because Sam Hauser had the greatest hits of just terrible fucking play after terrible play. And, I pretty much forgot about it until just...
The wide open Sam Hauser dunk that he missed was going
That's
to
the
win.
Game.
Well, sure, yes.
Well.
But if you're him, you're thinking, wow, we would have had an extra 2 points. But they had the game won. So don't worry about that, guys. Everyone will forget about Sam Hauser's missed dunk. No, Tatum missed technical free throw. He missed the 2 free throws in the other game. What game was that? They're all blurring together now. It was the Pelicans game. They ended up winning that one.
Yeah.
And he was in that game too, he had made every free throw up until that point tonight. He was 7 for 7, missed the last one, 8 for 8 or 9 for 9 in that Pelicans game. And then he missed the last 2 and they got away with it that time. There's just something weird going on with the team. Drew Holiday was fucking nails all season, or most of last season, the second half and in the playoffs. We haven't talked about Jaylen Brown. What's funny is it was the Jaylen Brown roller coaster, kind of a mess for a lot of the game, but he hit the dagger to put us up 2. After he leaves, he doubles Trae Young, inexplicably leaving DeAndre Hunter wide open, one pass away, who just misses it, who's a 43% 3-point shooter, and he follows it up with the dagger. And then in overtime, he hits a big 3.
Made a great pass to, Derek White for a 3 after he bobbled the ball for 15 seconds. And then he somehow came up with it, made a great pass. Look, KP and Al didn't play. And Al Horford changes the tenor of this matchup so much because Joe trusts him to switch onto Trae Young. And he doesn't trust Kata. He probably should have trusted Kata because Trae Young was absolutely destroying us when we were playing drop coverage, and I'm not sure how much worse you could really do if you just like dare him to shoot pull up threes over Kada. But like missing the two centers against a matchup where you desperately need Al Horford. This is why no Tillman not playing is like, this is the matchup for him. These exact type of matchups where like maybe he can give you a little switching defense is so helpful. And he just doesn't, he's just, what are we going to cut him? Like, what is going on with Tillman?
Yeah, so it's just a massive mystery because I still remember that corner three in the finals. I'm sure we all do.
That's
And
right.
yeah, but just these like that was like 10 players ago. I also just remembered that one layup that Drew Holiday missed in the first half.
That one too.
Which led to a three as well. So it's just what we're going here is just the greatest hits of just ways to just choke the game away. And it's like Spoonie said, that game was won. The game was won, and then we just decided to unwin it. And I've just never seen that before in my life. So on one hand, I'm like, we did everything we needed to. You don't have Horford, you don't have Porzingis. It's explainable, but like, the worst loss since Wednesday. Yeah,
they won it. Yeah,
good teams don't do that. Good teams just don't just give the game away. And we tried to do it against New Orleans as well. And now we've successfully managed to do it this time. So, I mean, I don't want to get too negative. I know we're reacting to the game and not the bigger picture here, but like, I don't know. I'm starting to, confidence starting to wane.
Oh man, I'm so annoyed, dude. Like, they had it. Like, I was kind of impressed. Like they played like shit in the second quarter. I mean, they didn't play like shit in the second quarter. They couldn't hit a shot. I thought like the offensive process was pretty good in the second quarter. They went 0 for 8 from 3 in the second quarter. Couldn't hit shit. The defense started to like get impacted, and the Hawks went up by like 10, I think, in the third quarter. And they had an 18-4 run to like come back and take control of the game. They went up 10, and I'm rich after today. Wow, I made a lot of money on the Celtics losing today. I'm realizing now, which is great news for me. But like, they went on a massive run, and I was like, that's awesome. Shit wasn't going your way. You took control of the game. You went up 10, and then they pissed away the lead. That should have been the end of the game. And then they got up again. It's like they won the game 2 different times and then still managed to lose it. And then we didn't even mention on the Okongwu 2 missed free throws at the end when the Celtics are up 1 and then you don't rebound. Oh, Kada, bro. I know people are going to be like, that's why you have Cornet in there. Kada's got to get that rebound. I don't fucking care,
period.
Bro. Yes.
Yeah, he absolutely you have inside position. Just get the body on him. Like he didn't put his body on him. He was just kind of like floating in front of the rim and the ball just went over his head. And it's like, if you have a body on him, he's also not getting that rebound. It's probably Tatum's who's standing right behind him. That was horrible. And like, maybe that wins you the game. Cause what was it, tied, or we were down 1 at that point? I think it was tied actually.
We were down 1. So if we had gotten that rebound, we would have had like 12 seconds down 1.
Yeah.
It's just,
which would have been just fine. And instead we have to, get a desperation 3 off that wasn't anywhere close. And it's just extraordinarily frustrating. I do think Derek White is starting to look more confident. I'm really happy that he got up 16 threes tonight.
16.
That's good. We want him doing that.
Yeah.
He only went 5 of 16, but like he had a quicker trigger tonight than he has recently. He was taking like 6-7 shots in some of these games. Like, I want Derek White involved. And I'm glad
his 3-point percentage was better than the rest of the teams. So
yeah, that's true by a long shot. So
Jackson, Derek
sorry.
White. No, you're good. So, and what's also frustrating is because Peyton Pritchard was like the hero again. Like, he went fucking nuts there in the second half. It's going to fucking piss me off. Like, I'm not going to freak out about who the team is still, but like, I'm just really pissed off in the moment because they had the game won, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to close this shit out. And to not do that, man, Drew Holiday was like early looking good. Hit a couple of threes early. I don't think he shot again. Maybe that missed layup was it for him. Like, he just didn't take any shots.
Maybe that's why he doesn't take the layup at the end, too, which I'd really hope that's not the reason, but maybe just like had a flashback to, botching that first one. Was like, yeah, you know what? I'll just run the clock out. But, oh, man.
Yeah,
It's just
Jalen.
the most rookie of rookie errors. It's
Is
inexplicable.
Jason allowed to touch the ball? I don't know, man.
It's getting
Like,
frustrating.
what the
late in
fuck is
games,
going
man.
on? I get that we're trying to attack some matchups, but he's just like standing in the corner, and I get the Dyson Daniels on him, but we're just like going to Jalen over and over again, and then Jason ends up like getting the ball, bringing it up, and he takes like a pull-up three, which wasn't that bad, but he just bricked it. And it's like, it felt like he forced it because it's like, I finally have a chance to touch the ball. And we've been pushing him back against the usage stuff, and it's on Tatum too, by the way. He can come take the ball, come set a screen or whatever.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like, be the screener in the pick and roll. Like, I mean, after the initial action breaks down, like Joe lets them kind of do their own thing or freestyle a little bit, man. Or like post up Dyson Daniels. I don't know. He's like a half a foot shorter than you, and I didn't really see that one time. And Dyson Daniels is awesome at getting into your handle. So like squaring him up and trying to go at him is not the move, which he didn't in Tatum's defense. I thought he did a really good job of not attacking until Daniels was off of him. But man, wow, was that stupid? Like, just in general, and like Tatum was out to begin the fourth quarter, and that's when the Hawks dominated. I know there's no good answer,
What's
good
going on
way,
with the
but
rotations though? Last night we saw a different one. Now we're back to the other one. I don't know.
we went back to JB starting the whole first quarter and Tatum playing the whole fourth quarter, and we won by 20, and then he switches it again. It doesn't really make sense to me, other than I think Joe is just seeing shit and see what happens. I don't know, man. I'm just rambling at this point, but it's just so frustrating.
I'd like to hope it's just part of the mid-season sort of experimental thing. It's like, I'm going to try this out. I'm going to try that out. Like, hey, but now's the time to do it, Still comfortably in the 2 seed, still really not in danger of dropping out of that yet. But I mean, watch this space. So, the way that Missoula's mind works, this would be the kind of thing like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. All of just like early 2025, we're going to play maker Jalen. We're going to mix up our rotations. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And it's just, I just feel this is just crying out for some consistency and just trying to get back to what we're good at. And I hope that happens sooner rather than later, because I don't know. We're getting the most inconsistent results out of this. What are we now? 8-8, the last 16, 9-9.
I think so.
15.
Yeah.
Would have been 7-3 in the last 10 if we
that's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off is we're 6-4 in our last 10 now. It should have been 7-3. They did enough to win this game. And yes, you don't have Horford and Porzingis. You probably win the game if they're playing. But I thought Luke played really well tonight. I thought Cater was totally fine. Someone in the chat just now said, was Cater a -40? He was a +1 tonight. Was he perfect? No. I don't know why he can't defensive rebound though. He's good on the offensive boards, but and as evidenced by his inability to grab the most important defensive rebound of the game, Sam Hauser. The open dunk off, sure, that's just happens every once. I can't even, disaster, fucking nightmare for that to actually happen to someone. But he's just missing every shot now today as well. Wide open catch and shoot threes in the corners and stuff. And it's 0 for 5. Can we go 2 for 7 overall on the dunk and 1 wide open 3, please? We're not asking for much, dude.
And it's absurd how open.
Yeah,
I can't imagine how he's wide open, and a couple of them are rattling in and out, and I imagine that's really frustrating. But especially when we're missing 2 starters, essentially, we need Sam Hauser. He's the 6th man in this scenario, him and Pritchard. And when he's not making shots, man, I actually thought he was okay defensively tonight.
Same.
But 0 for 5, I can't remember a tough 3 he had. My recollection is at least 4 of them were literally no one was in 5 to 6 feet of him. Those just need to be automatic for a shooter at his level. And I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe it's just variance right now for him. But good Lord, we could have blown this game open. And
yes.
If he just makes 2 of those in one of those third quarter or the first quarter, third quarter runs, and it just keeps the Hawks connected, and all of a sudden we're in a dogfight, and then Drew throws it out of bounds.
What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Just win the game. You're up 3 with the teams we're gonna see the percentage winning thing there would have been like a 99.99% chance. You're up 3 with the ball. Teams don't lose the game then. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. We should probably get out of here soon, Spoon. Looks like you're doing some calculations quickly here.
I am.
Go ahead.
53s, that's bullshit. 53 point attempts in game. We're 14-6 when we take 50 or more threes in a game. So
Take that. Yeah.
not 500 ball, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not bad.
It's it has nothing to do. The 3-point attempts are good. I think they generated so many good looks tonight and couldn't make any of them. Pritchard was really the only one that was like hot from 3. Drew 2 for 5. You take that. I don't know why he didn't shoot more threes later. He was like shooting really well, and then he just fell off the map. But Spoonie, you and me will be back tomorrow morning to talk Celtics, which is great news. And I'll be back tonight with Greeny. And I think
Good
we
luck.
might need some Greeny in our lives. So Dan Greenberg probably in an hour or so from now to talk Boston Celtics. And yeah, man, I don't know what else to say. Jackson, any assistant vibes manager?
Nah, the assistant vibes manager is doing a terrible job today. I'm still processing that, to be perfectly honest. So look, we just need this 500 hell to just end sooner or later, and maybe it's after All-Star break. I don't like the idea of getting to All-Star break playing 500, but you know what? We looked pretty good on the West Coast trip. 2 weeks ago? We got another West Coast trip coming up. I'd take 3-1 right now. No problem.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely no problem whatsoever. So if that happens, then we'll see. But I think even if we won this game, we probably still have the same concerns and the same criticisms here. So obviously getting the loss hurts more. But
I like how they played tonight, and I actually think this and the Magic game make me feel like this team is trending in the right direction, and they're about to go on a pretty good run. This was a dumb, weird game that they pissed away at the end, but I thought the process on both ends was much improved. So I am happy with the performance and very, very upset over the result.
Yes, I actually agree with that. I don't know if I'm mad. I'm mad because we should have fucking won. But I agree that they played pretty. The defense was really good through stretches. The second quarter, they should have been up like 20. Yeah, it is what it is.
That was the problem. The second quarter, man, you should have blown that shit open.
Yep. All right, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Talk to you soon. Like the stream, and we're out.